the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the ground, it's Davidson. And how about that play by that? That mountain of a man on the defensive front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Boley. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20.
42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Looking to throw on first down. Turns it loose. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hogs on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a touch.
Turning it off! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking for space. It's Davidson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clemens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He makes the grab.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, still going. There he goes. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Motion from the wide receiver. The run from the shotgun. Running into the open space. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Boley. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Caught, close to the marker, it's Gilmore. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He leaves it with his back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Gilmore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down. They're either really confident or a little reckless as they go for it on 4th and long from their own 45. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. There he goes. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down and brings up 3rd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Extending the play. Rolling right and going deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Takes the handoff and he's going right. Got the first down and more. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for a 2-minute timeout.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gamble in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
There he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Makes the grab. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the 1st down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Real smart play, great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a... And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spit on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clemens. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes his shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he's brought down after a nice game. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
It'll be third and long. Wants to throw again. It's caught. Past the 40. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Keeps looking downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
High the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The Blue Devils will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Duke. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 4 over South Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. Under fire. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now, early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Makes the grab. It's Washington. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Kentucky going quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
But we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Trying the left side. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game.
Going for it all. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Boley. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Lowers those pads. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before. Getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turn.